The show meeting.
Yeah.
Well, it's another episode of Liquidate All Assets with Dibs and Guru, and it's a Super Bowl edition, Goo.
Yes.
Episode 37, Goo. What do you think?
You're going to get mad, but the last time the Cowboys won a Super Bowl, there was a safety named James Washington, and he went by the number 37, so I'm going with 37. How about that?
Yeah, you are.
Super Bowl week.
Yeah, I'm going to do my Guru and say, I'm mad at you.
I love
right
you,
now.
Diz.
Yeah, I love you too, Goo.
I'm ready. Let's go, man.
It's the Super Bowl edition of Liquidate All Assets, brought to you by Livermore Casino. Get in on the action at Livermore Casino in downtown Livermore on First Street. Tri-Valley's only poker destination, offering also blackjack, three-card poker, baccarat with no player collection. Enjoy their 24-hour gaming floor, full bar and restaurant with indoor and outdoor patio seating. Watch all your favorite games at Livermore Casino. Open 7 days a week. Visit us at 3571 First Street today in downtown Livermore on First Street. Livermore Casino, Tri-Valley's place to play. Please play responsibly. Goo, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for the upcoming Super Bowl?
11. And it got to an 11 after I saw a glimpse of the turf. And just the thought and the money that goes into SoFi's field with the symbol of the Super Bowl and all that it melts me. But on top of that, we're going to find out who the best team this year was in the NFL. I'm ready. I love the Burrow story. I just think it's about the Lambs.
Well, let's talk right away about the big pick, the big number. And yeah, thank you, Russell. The offseason team moves, free agency. We don't think that they're actually bigger than the Super Bowl, but we'll get to all of the offseason stuff in a future episode of Liquidate All Assets. Today is all about the Super Bowl, Goo. The Rams are given 4.5, and what I hear you say, you like the Rams minus 4.5.
I like the Rams so much, Dibs, by 4.5. I'm almost thinking they're going to be leading at halftime. Like I'm doubling down on that. Like, you got to start somewhere. This is not going to be what we saw last week where the Niners had the lead and Ram fans were scared. I think from start to finish, the Rams are going to dominate. But to answer your question, my friend, minus 4.5 is a slam dunk.
Wow, I'm actually going the other way, and I like the Bengals.
Shocker.
Yeah. Well, and you and I talked about this, and really the reason why this podcast actually started was you and I were on opposite sides last year. I took the home team last year.
I'll never forget.
I took Tampa Bay in the points. You gave me the GOAT. You gave me points, and you gave me the GOAT and points at home. I took Tampa. They won it outright, and Goo, I think that this Bengal team getting 4.5 is just too dangerous. I like what Zach Taylor can do from an adjustment standpoint. I do like this to be a close game, but I think that Cincinnati, ultimately, their ability to work the play action, and I know that Ozuma, the tight end, has practiced, which really helps because you got Tyler Boyd, you got T. Higgins, you got Jamar Chase. I think Joe Burrow is the better quarterback of the two, and I know that the Rams' defensive line is better than the Bengals' offensive line. And that's a big talking point in this game. But I think what Zach Taylor and company can do with the short passing game and the checkdowns, trying to stay ahead of the sticks, I like Cincinnati in this game, Goo.
I mean, you explain yourself thoroughly. I love it. But the fact that you brought up blocking, and it's been an issue for the Bengals and their O-line moving forward, and now you got Aaron Donald, who I'll save, but I think he's going to be the star of this game. You just can't fix that in a week. And I think it takes a team like the Rams and Von Miller. Did anybody see him on the last possession the Niners had? He looked like Denver Von Miller. So to me, up front, if you can't win in the trenches, it can get ugly fast. And oh, by the way, we talk about weaponry, Dibs. OBJ is looking like OBJ. And you already got Cooper Kupp. You got a solid running game. So I'm just looking at the Rams like, their feet were to the fire, and I think that means something moving forward. And I feel like the meal has been cooked prior to the blessing.
Wow, man. And I hope the meal's cooked prior to
Yeah,
the blessing.
that
But
was
if the
good,
blessing
too.
happens and the meal's
Some of
not
my
cooked,
cup.
what are we doing with the blessing?
Right.
If the meal's done, I don't know what we're doing with the blessing. Liquidate all assets, Guru and Dibs. Over under, Goo, 48.5. What kind of a ball game are you seeing here in the Super Bowl?
Okay, so Guru Computer has at least 30, 25. I love you. 25 to 30 for the Rams. And then if I think it's going to be a dominating performance by both sides of the ball for the Rams, like we always see in the NFL at the end of the game, garbage time, Cincinnati, and they do have firepower, will get maybe 2 or 3 scores. So we can see something 41-21, cash me out, something of that 38-20, cash me out. So I'm going with the over, Dibs.
Okay, I'm on the other side again, and
I love it.
We're not just doing this for the sake of the podcast, but I like a tight game. I like Cincinnati trying to do what the Niners did, the blueprint to keep Cooper Kupp and OBJ off the field, long, slow drives, LSD, we call it, long, slow drives. Not
3 or 4.
Thank you. Well, in the running world, we call LSD long, slow distance. When you're trying to put in big miles, getting ready for a race, you try to do that LSD. But I think that this game is going to be more of a 23-20 kind of a ball game. So I'm going under 48.5. And additionally, Goo, and I want to talk to you about the first half wagering before we get into the player props, because we have so many great player props. And of course, we will talk about the BetQL giving props contest.
Yeah.
We'll go through all of those coming up as well, plus all the fun props that you can bet on, talking about the halftime show, the national anthem, the coin flip, all the rest of it. I'm going over. Actually, I'm sorry. I'm going under 48.5 for the game. I'm going under 23.5 in the first half.
Wow. I am so excited that we're on, opposite sides. And I'll say this, Dibs, because you went there. Let's be honest and put the rat on the table. Last year's Super Bowl, we were working from home. I thought I was Jimmy the Greek and shared with my compadres who I bet on. Monday morning, we're doing the show call. Nobody knows Goose slipped in. And I hear my guys crackling that they win at Dibs mainly. They win against me. And they were all giddy. And I was like, it hurt. But now it
hurt my heart.
Hurt this podcast, so we're good.
I love it. What do you think about the first half, Goo? The first half spread, the over-under is 23.5. Rams are favored by 3 in that first half.
I don't like the over early. That's quite a few points, but I'm taking that 3. And I think, we can have something 10-3 Rams, 17-10 Rams, but it'll be a touchdown more than the field goal. Like I just mentioned earlier, I'm going in hard and heavy like Ghostbusters. I'm taking the first half and the game Rams.
I love it. Just a couple of trends here from our producer, Evan Giddings.
Evan!
A.K.A. E-Dog, who does such a great job with your show and with the podcast. Under Sean McVay, the Rams are 9-1 against the spread, in which they controlled the ball for 34 minutes and gained 24-plus first downs. So when they're coming off a game of ball control, they're 9-1 against the spread. I'm not sure if this accounts for the bye week, basically, that both teams had. The Bengals, by the way, 9-2 straight up when playing against a team with a winning record this year.
No, I like that, and I'll say this. You tell me if this has any merit, like the Lake in Oakland. Last time the Rams were in the Super Bowl, they didn't have a touchdown at half. It was 3-3 for the longest time, and things like that to me on this stage mean more to McVay and guys that I don't want to say he got embarrassed because he didn't, but this is the time they're going to show out, and I think they got every component on offense to do so, and that's why I'm so passionate, Dibs, and everything that you tell me about the Bengals story, and I know that it's good. I just think the Rams are going to, like that ball control may be thrown out the window because they're Kansas City, and I know it's not the Chiefs. They should have had 24 points at halftime. They didn't, but Stafford's going to come out throwing.
Yeah, and I don't think the Rams scored a touchdown at all in that Super Bowl, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
I mean, so they didn't have one in the first half, and they didn't have one in the second half either. Just a couple of more trends from our guy E-Dog. The Bengals 7-1 when they rush for 100 yards this season. Do you think that Joe Mixon and company can run the ball against a Ram front that you mentioned Von Miller and Aaron Donald? Pretty tough front for the Rams.
I'll tell you what, we saw the Rams overload the line and stop the Niners finally. And if I'm predicting Aaron Donald's going to be the guy that I think he is and win MVP, there's no way in hell they can give up 100 yards. So Mixon's been a great story, but I'm going to say under the C note.
Shout out Oakley, Joe Mixon, Bay Area kid. By the way, the Rams 6-0 when Matthew Stafford doesn't throw a pick this year, and the Bengals 0-14 when they commit 2 or more turnovers, and this goes back to last year.
That's amazing, and I won't hijack the show, Dibs, but it's almost
go ahead.
If Tart comes down with that pick, which you and I could have caught, I mean, we're talking about adding another number in the loss column. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah, it's Liquidate All Assets with Guru and Dibs, brought to you by Livermore Casino. Tri-Valley's place to play. Game day specials Sunday 10 to 8 if you're looking for a place to watch the game. They've got game day specials on Sunday. Also Monday and Thursday. Tonight you got a Warrior game from 5 to 9. Those game day specials. Get a hot dog for $2.50. Chili dog, just an extra $1. Domestic draft beers, just $2.50. Imports and well cocktails, only $4 at Livermore Casino, 1st Street in downtown Livermore. If I say hammer proper, are you ready for some props, Goo?
This is my favorite part, and you've taught me the props. I'm ready, baby.
Let's start with the BetQL giving props, and if you want to get involved in the contest, go to betql.com/giving props. You have a chance to win $2,000 just by entering. You have a chance to win $10,000. We've got 9 props up on the big board. Let's go through them one at a time, Goo, and we'll see where we come out. Guru versus Dibs. Dibs versus Guru. What do you think?
I'm ready, and I'm taking this as personal as we did the bowl. I won that one. People forgot, but yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
I owe you lunch. Yeah. Absolutely. I got you. I got you on a lunch tip as soon as we get a chance. Maybe when we go out to do our live show in Livermore, I'll take care of you.
There we go.
We'll do a little bit of Livermore dinner after we do the live podcast in a couple of weeks. Matthew Stafford, Goo, over under 2.5 passing touchdowns.
I'm going over. I just think the Bengals secondary can be had. I believe he'll have the time to do that and do work in the air. 3 touchdowns to me is not a lot the way I feel like the Rams are going to brutalize Cincinnati, so I'm going over.
I'm going under 2.5. I think 2 touchdowns for Matthew Stafford is about right. I'm on the under for the game, so it makes sense that I would be on the under for Matthew Stafford, although Cooper Kupp does scare me, and we'll get to Cooper Kupp props here momentarily. But first, we go to Cam Akers, Goo, over under 63.5 rushing yards.
I'm going to go under, Dibs. I can see Cincinnati stopping the run. And if you want to say under 63, to me, it's kind of stopping the run, but it'll be in the air where the Rams make hay. So I'm going to go under for Cam Akers. Shout out Florida State.
And they got Henderson back as well in the backfield. So I know he doesn't run the ball a lot, but I have a feeling that it's going to be more of the short passing game for the Rams. And, they got so many weapons in the passing game when you talk about Higbee, OBJ, Cooper Kupp as well. I'm also going under on Cam Akers. Well, here's the big boy for the Rams offense. Cooper Kupp over under 8.5 total receptions.
Wow. I've called and referred to him as the best receiver in football that nobody talks about. Here I go, Dibs. I'm trying to win this. I'm going over. And if I'm wrong with Donald, it's either OBJ, Stafford, or Kupp. And I'm going over 8.5 receptions.
I'm also going over the 8.5, even though I have a feeling that Cincinnati is going to do their level best to try to take Cooper Kupp away. I still think that the way Cooper Kupp is able to get open and work in a variety of ways in this passing offense, I think 8.5 is a big number, but I like Cooper Kupp's ability to be a good possession receiver for Matthew Stafford, so I'm going to go over 8.5 as well. Well, here's your boy, Goo, OBJ over under 63.5 receiving yards.
Oh, I'm going over. I can see play action pass on the first possession throwing the old OBJ. So I'm going to go over, Dibs.
Well, we got a prop coming up on what the first play will be. And Amin the Dream talking about Cooper Kupp for MVP. We can talk about that. I think he's talking about for the league, but maybe Cooper Kupp for the MVP in the game, even though most often the MVP of the Super Bowl does go to a quarterback. I'm going under OBJ, 63.5 receiving yards, although that big play really scares me because he might be able to get 50 on one catch.
He might be able to get 63, Dibs.
Which would still be under. He would need 64. Not to cut you off, but
I love it.
64 would be the number. Aaron Donald over under 0.75 sacks. This to me is the easiest one on the board.
I believe this is an insult, Dibs. So you know where I'm at. OVER.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I think, one sack.
Why would they put it so low?
Well, they're thinking that maybe the Bengals will try and double team Aaron Donald and keep him from being the guy to wreck the game. Maybe Von Miller then becomes somebody who gets involved. But I look at a Bengal team who gave up 9 sacks earlier in the postseason. I believe Tennessee got Burrow 9 times. You're telling me Aaron Donald can't get one? This number to me, way too low. Joe Burrow, over under 271.5 passing yards.
This is why they lose. I love the kid. I'm going under. And that doesn't mean he's going to have a bad day under 271. But again, I'm up here telling you, and I believe it's factual, the Rams defense has arrived. I'm going under. They hold them under 271.
Yeah, I'm with you on the bet, but I'm not with you on the rationale. I think their ability to ball control and keep the Rams offense off the field, they won't need Burrow to go for more than 271.5 and still win. But I'm also going under that number. Joe Mixon over under a half a touchdown.
Oh, if they get in, they got so many other options. But I'm going over. They're going to get a touchdown or two. It didn't matter when. Touchdown or two, safest way is to hand it off if Jamar Chase gets them down there or whatnot and they sustain a drive. So I feel like this is the Aaron Donald situation here. I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm on the under for Joe Mixon. Something tells me that he's not going to be the guy who carries.
Wow.
He's not going to be the guy to carry the load. Joe Mixon can do it all the way into the red zone, but I think once you get in there, I don't know if Mixon's a guy who's going to score, so I'm going under a half a touchdown. I don't believe Joe Mixon will score in this game. Jamar Chase, electric wide receiver, over under 85.5 receiving yards.
I'm going under. And again, this is the theme that the Rams and that stout defense stop the Bengals offense. So Jamar Chase, I love you. And you can make a play or two. It's not just about the yardage, but I'm going under, Dibs, and I hope you're going over.
I am going over, and it's going to be an interesting matchup because that the Rams are going to take their top corner in this game and probably try to go man up against Jamar Chase. But I think that he is such a dangerous wide receiver, and you look at so many games this year where Jamar Chase has been a game wrecker. I think 85.5, especially what you talked about. If it gets into garbage time, Jamar Chase is going to be a guy who can feast. I'm going over 85.5, and I'm hoping that Jalen Ramsey doesn't match up with him one-on-one.
Well, I'll say this. As high regard as I hold the Ram defense in, I've been kind of down on Jalen Ramsey, and it goes back to the Week 17 game against the Niners. It goes back against the drop pick, the pick 6 he dropped against Jimmy Garoppolo. My point being, he can be had, and I think there's more style than substance. He's a part of what they do, but right now I need him to be from Missouri, the Show Me State, and here lately, Dibs, he hasn't been. I think he can be had.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's definitely an interesting matchup. But also, when you've got other good quarters, Eric Weddle for the Rams, who might be matched up with T. Higgins, who brings us to our final prop. T. Higgins over under 4.5 total receptions.
Oh, this is easy. I think he could be the X factor. You know, we're talking about Chase or whatnot. Higgins is a bad boy. I'm going over, Dibs. I can see that. You know, 2 catches on the first drive, 3 catches in the first half, and then we're talking about 2 to win. I'm going over.
Yeah, I'm going under for T. Higgins. I think that he's a guy who gets taken away. I like Cincinnati being able to use the tight ends more than they will T. Higgins in this ball game. So I'm going under 4.5. And well, good. Looking at the props, it looks like you and I have 5 differences of the 9 props. So we're going head to head, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, and I'll do this, Dibs. How about we do double or nothing on the lunch?
Man, it's going to be lunch. It's going to be dinner. I'm going to have to get you 3 square meals. I'm going to owe you 3 square meals.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Ernesto wondering about the over-under on the Steiny Guru after-show meeting. Pay the over. That thing just kept going. Your boy had a chance to take a nap, wake up, and still I'm waiting for this baby.
I'll say this because I won't be with him. I got my funeral for my cousin Bud Dibs tomorrow.
Yeah, rest in peace,
but
Bud.
I'll say this: your boy Steiny, who allegedly doesn't like these show meetings, he was Russell Westbrook with the questions. Spadoni, a producer, even like another one. Your boy was shooting.
Oh, you had Spadoni in there too. Wow.
Yeah. Let Steiny know tomorrow that he was active in the show meeting.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to hit him with that for sure. It's Liquidate All Assets, brought to you by Livermore Casino. It's Guru and Dibs. Get in on all the action at Livermore Casino in downtown Livermore on First Street, the Tri-Valley's only poker destination, 3571 First Street in downtown Livermore. Livermore Casino, Tri-Valley's place to play. Please play responsibly. Well, Goo, let's get into some fun props.
Yeah.
These won't be tracked. I won't put these on the sheet. These are just, something we can do to have some fun with. I won't even write down which way we go, but the first one, Goo, is maybe the biggest 50-50 prop in the history of props. The coin toss, heads or tails. Tails all time with a 29-26 lead. What do you got, heads or tails?
Wow, only up 3, but you are winning. Tails never fails, and I get mad when my team goes out there in OT and calls heads. I'm going with tails, Dibs.
I love it. Tails up by 3. I think heads is due. I'm going to go with I like heads in this one. We got Mickey Guyton, Goo, singing the national anthem. The over-under is set for 1:38, which I believe is the lowest over-under in the history of the prop being set. What do you think? Mickey Guyton, country singer, largely unknown, on the road, over-under 1:38 in the national anthem.
I just thought about our former co-worker and your partner, Fortenbaugh, when he sweated out a couple years back, and he got some intel on how long it would actually go. This is not Motown, so they won't be. So they're going to get in and out with the 2 country. They're going to go under, Dibs. It ain't going to be drawn out.
I like it. What about the word brave and the home of the brave? The over-under on the length of the last brave, 6.5 seconds.
Are you kidding me? Well, I can't even believe this is a bet, but the fact that I said it's going to be like my number 2 meal at In and Out, so I'm going. I just did a material and I just went blank.
I love it. You're over-under on home of the brave. How long does she hold brave in the anthem?
I'm going 4 seconds, so that would be under.
That would be an under. Who will be shown first during the national anthem? Sean McVay or Zach Taylor? Sean McVay, heavy favorite, -150.
Oh, it's the guy in that little beard I hate because it looks got lightweight perfect. It's Sean McVay.
I love it. The high-pitched voice of Sean McVay, -150. If you think it's going to be Zach Taylor, +110. Quarterbacks, who will be shown first during the anthem? Joe Burrow, -140. Matthew Stafford, even money.
And the pressure is on Stafford, but Joe Burrow is Captain America. The new one, I'm going Burrow, Dibs.
I love it. Let's talk about the halftime show, Goo. It's Liquidate All Assets with Guru and Dibs. And to me, Goo, and I love the halftime show. I like, you know me, musically, I cross all genres. Yeah, I mean, you know my musical knowledge and my musical breadth is maybe second to none in sports talk radio. I love Katy Perry. I think Prince was the best halftime show I've ever seen. I loved The Weeknd last year. I thought he did a great job in the pandemic. But this year, Goo, we got some heavyweights, don't we?
It is gangsta with Dr. Dre, Eminem, Snoop, Kendrick Lamar, K-Dot. I mean, this is crazy. I got to tell you, Dibs, I'm kind of nervous for him. Like, how do you live up to the billing?
Well, the song list is out, and we'll get into what song will be played first. But I think the real interesting one is who's going to be the first artist to be shown during halftime, because you mentioned him: Snoop, Dre, Eminem, Mary J., Kendrick Lamar, or artists together. Who do you think comes out first?
Oh, there's only one Dogfather, the new owner of Death Row Records. Just wasn't that in court. It is the one and only Snoop Dizzle.
You got 11-4 odds on Snoop Dogg, which is just short of 3-1. Two or more artists together, by the way, is about 2-1. So that's really the favorite. Dr. Dre 13-4, which is a little bit more than 3-1. Eminem 7-2. I don't think that they're going to bring a white male out. I'll tell you who I like. Mary J. Blige. You bring the queen out first at 5-1. I like the price on Mary J. coming out first.
I like that. And speaking of her, let's give her a round of applause for her role in Power. She was Monet. She was awesome. But I'll tell you this, I like that, Dibs, and that may give you the Snoop. You know, everybody gets a shot. Icon and icon, man, woman.
Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, by the way, 5.5-1. Let's talk about the songs, because there's so many great songs. What song will be played first at halftime? And let me give you all the options, and you tell me what you think.
I love this. Go ahead. We got an hour? Yeah.
Seriously, I want the halftime show to be an hour, because they've got a bunch of songs on this list. But, you know, if you talk about those artists, you could have a 30-song halftime show, and I wouldn't get tired of it. But here are the songs that they're saying most likely will be played. The next episode, California Love. You've got Eminem with You Never Lose Yourself. All the Stars, Kendrick Lamar, of course, from Black Panther. Family Affair. Nothing But a G-Thang, which really was the song that launched the entire West Coast hip-hop era, 1992. Drop It Like It's Hot. Humble, Kendrick Lamar. Still DRE. What song do you think is coming out first?
I mean, this would be a total fail that the Super Bowl's on the West Coast, which is California, and you don't start this shindig with California Love. There's just no way. And you're actually giving a tribute to the late, great Tupac Shakur. You have to start it with this one.
Yeah, I like where you're going, but I'm going to play the favorite, which is I'm going to go with the next episode. California Love 7-2, by the way. Just the way that the next episode starts with that boom, 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 da 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 da. It's, you know, I think that.
Hey, I'm giving you a 4.
Yeah. I mean, wow. What song will be played last at halftime of all those songs? And also included is, you know, Be Humble, Sit Down, hold up. Kendrick Lamar with Humble, maybe Family Affair is what they close with. What song do you think they're going to close the show with?
I'm going Humble, Kendrick Lamar. I was going to say Lose Yourself, but no, that's going to come. I played that Lucky Break when I won, Dibs, you don't know. But I'm going Kendrick Lamar. I'm going Kendrick Lamar, Humble.
Yeah, I think that's where you come with California Love. Yeah, California Love is 6-1 for that to come out. We've got props on what is Eminem going to have on his head? Nothing, a hat, a hood, a do-rag.
This is so great. All of them are leaders in the clubhouse, and I'm picturing them right now. I'm going with nothing. He's going to show us how his lettuce is looking.
like kind of like your boy the Dibber.
Yeah,
which,
I love it. I love you.
Yeah.
Ready? Super Bowl fresh.
And I'll tell you, back in the late 90s and the early 00s, the brothers, we used to call me Slim Shady
I
because,
love it.
because your boy, I'm a shorter white guy with a little bit of a lack of hair. So I got
pictures of you from the Lucky Break in 2012 on my phone, and you dip it. It's everywhere.
I had some lettuce back in the day, Goo. That's quietly 10 years ago now, by the way.
No doubt.
And this is one, maybe we'll close with this one because this is something that you're passionate about.
Okay.
Sunglasses. How many artists will wear sunglasses? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Snoop will have them on to hide his red eye. Dre won't have them on. Eminem won't have them on. Mary will have them on. I'm going to go 2.
No Kendrick?
How many sunglasses? Snoop, Mary J.
Dre won't, Kendrick won't, and M won't. Okay. Yeah. 2's the favorite, by the way, at 3-2. Mary J. Blige, cleavage, yes or no?
Wow. I just thought of Janet because when you say cleavage is Super Bowl, I'm going yes. Why not? She's still in good shape. Let me see it.
Yeah, yes is -200, no +150, and the girls. I think the girls may come out a little bit.
The greatest term too.
The girls may not the full girls, but you may get
the creep. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah,
they may come out just a little bit. One more about the halftime show. Will any of the artists be smoking at halftime?
Nah, it would be they can't allow that. And you got ball players coming in after. Well, there's going to be smoke for the whole. You know what? In this era we live in, how do you tell the Dogfather not to light one up?
Right.
I'm going to go yes, Dibs.
Yes is +400. No.
Oh, my gosh.
No is -700. I think you were right the first time thinking about that. I want to get to one more.
Yeah, take the time.
One more, Goo. Let's talk. And I got pages.
I love it.
I got pages and pages. The color of liquid poured on the winning coach: orange, none, blue, yellow, green, lime, clear, pink, purple. What color is the Gatorade going to be that gets poured?
One of the greatest Family Feud things hosted by Steve Harvey. He asked the guy, your favorite color of Kool-Aid? Not fruit punch, red. It was the answer. But I'm going red, Dibs.
Man, red is 15-2. You get a nice price. 7
wow.
to 1. Orange is the favorite at 2-1. I think it's going to be most likely blue. If the Rams win,
incredible.
Yeah, if the Rams win, it'll be blue, because they got that blue and gold vibe. But red is good if the Bengals win. But I'm going to play the odds and go with blue for 4-1. One more, Goo, because I'm loving.
Oh yeah, and I got a quick thing for you after you're done. Go ahead.
Okay, last one here, and then we'll get to your one thing. And
random, yeah,
and thoughts and prayers to your cousin Bud. I saw that on Facebook. I've been thinking of you, and I lost one of my mentors, Larry Fulton, earlier this week too. So I was kind of
sorry to hear that. And I appreciate the kind words. Real quick, Dibs. His last words for the immediate family: big Cowboy fan. This is the biggest. He wants them in cowboy attire, and the whole family's Niner fans. Have you been to any funeral to where it was a sports theme?
No, I have not.
Okay, this is my first one. Cousin Bud got them coming out in the cow. They're like, do you have any extra? No, I don't. But
what are you gonna wear? Because you got
my Johnson #1. Yeah.
Nice, dude. Well, thoughts and prayers for you
no
and the
doubt,
family tomorrow. Who will the MVP of the Super Bowl refer to first in his speech? Teammates, God, family, or the fans?
This is amazing. I'm going God. God. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, God is 9-4. Teammates, the favorite, at 4-5. Family is 7-1. And the city and the fans are 7.5-1. And, if Stafford wins, I don't know how churchy he is, but being a home game, you may want to play the city and the fans, because I just want to thank all of you here in LA.
Wow.
And
they got God's name in gambling. You gotta love it, man. Hey, what if you're at home, like I'm gonna be at the lab watching a game, and you don't see if it was heads or tails, or you don't see the color, and only dumb questions the one you don't ask. I'm sure they got a site that'll tell you what it was.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And Twitter's going to report all that stuff in real time. So yeah. Well, Goo, enjoy the game.
All right,
and,
brother.
Enjoy your family.
Enjoy the Super Bowl too.
I'm going to be watching the game with my girlfriend's parents out in Moraga, so kind
Tell
of in the
hello.
lab. Yeah,
and I hope I go 5 and tell her hello, and I hope I go 5-0 against you. Yeah.
I love it, Goo. Have a good weekend,
All
brother.
right,
I'll
take
see
it
you
easy,
soon.
brother.
All right, brother. I'll holla.